Oh, here we go.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's wonderful to have all of you with us on our little Thursday morning Facebook Live. And it's Valentine's month.
It is.
So this morning we are going to be chatting a little bit about being crazy in love with quilting and some fun holiday Valentine's promotions, maybe little gifts, and
sounds like fun.
And ways that you can get the love of quilting rolling in your life for the next little while. So that's what we kind of have planned. So as a focus of our discussion, we have this little Valentine's crazy quilt. So we're going to just visit with you a little bit about this quilt and some of the quilting techniques that are there. And then we'll tell you about some really fun February fall in love with quilting specials we have here at Bluebird.
This is a beautiful quilt. You made this using your embroidery machine, right?
Right.
So half of the blocks are embroidered.
And what's fun, I think, about this is these were meant to be Valentine's cards. So they were meant to be stitched. So this is an Anita Good design for Valentine's cards. And so I just thought that the blocks were fun, and I love doing embroidered appliques with the embroidery machine. So it's just, they were fun, they were simple, and I just wanted a little festive Valentine quilt to hang in my home. So anyway,
nice. Very nice.
So that's kind of the story.
Well, what I like, one of the things that I like about this quilt is that it has so many different techniques in it. It has the embroidered blocks. It has some little crazy quilt blocks. It has some embellishment. Crazy.
We're all crazy.
Crazy for quilting. Yes. But you've used some trim and some bling and some sparkle, and it's a great place to use couching or things like that on these special crazy little blocks.
If you want to maybe bring the camera in a little closer, it's kind of fun just to see what you can get away with a lot on a wall hanging quilt.
So this one has some lace on it. It looks like the edge of maybe a doily, or
it was a doily.
Yeah, some type of table linen. This one has a little bit of sparkly trim.
That was on a dress that I made for my daughter. So, you know, the other loves of my life.
So it's these little crazy blocks are really good fillers. So you've used embroidered blocks, but you could use pretty much anything, an applique heart or a couched heart or any kind of block, even a regular traditional pieced block. This could be a friendship star.
Right. But one of the reasons why I kind of opted for something like this crazy quilt block is you can size them and cut them any way you want.
Right.
And this is not your traditional kind of quilt block because of the shape of the block.
Right.
So you just do something like this and make a matching sized block, and then
you've made the blocks match by your border. There, you really kind of use them as cheater strips in order to make various size.
Yeah, fun.
And if you didn't want to do little blocks of the crazy quilt, you could do a big chunk. Just kind of get wild and crazy, and then whack it up, and make whatever size blocks you want out of the larger one. But this is basically a flip and sew method, right? So did you start with a foundation?
I did. I actually used like an embroidery stabilizer for my foundation because I knew it was going to be a wall hanging.
Right. So, and even a piece of muslin. You could start with a muslin or that really awful, ugly fabric that you don't think you're ever going to use. Turn it upside down and build on top of it, right?
And then grab all of the crazy, lovely bits. And I love doing a quilt like this because it's kind of like a walk down memory lane. You know, it's like, oh, there's my daughter's little dress, you know, and
it's a great use for all those small, you know, we quilters, we don't like to throw things away. So I know my shoebox of small scraps has some pretty little pieces in it, and they would be perfect for this. And like I said, you can make a big chunk and cut it up, or you can make lots of individual chunks. But whether it's Valentine with hearts or if you're looking for a filler block, a lot of times people do a piece block and just a solid block of fabric. Make it different. crazy it up with a little bit of a crazy quilt.
This would also work really good for a t-shirt quilt because those t-shirts are never the same. The logos and so forth are never the same size.
Right.
So mix and matching them. One other crazy part about this, if you've ever done any kind of scrappy kind of quilt thinking, I'll use up my scraps, that's crazy.
Because you have scraps from the scrap quilt, right?
And then you can't throw anything away.
That's right. That's right.
So anyway.
Well, and I always think when I finish a quilt, I have all these scraps that go together.
Yeah.
They're all coordinated.
And they're all ready to go.
Right. They're just small scraps. So.
There you go.
Yeah, this would be perfect.
Super fun.
If anybody was interested in doing a crazy quilt version of a quilt or learn how to do crazy blocks, we could certainly do a class.
Yeah, so pop a little comment in the comment section and let us know if you're interested in doing that, because there are some techniques to make this kind of thing work. You know, that cheater strip method and so forth, that is kind of code for making the blocks fit together, and it can be a little challenging. But you know, some other things that are kind of fun about this are some of the quilting techniques that are in it. This kind of has a lacy little loop, a lacy loopy
shows up
thing
really well here,
and it's
contrasting.
That is for people that are trying to gain skill as free motion quilters. That is an easy way to get going with your free motion quilting, and it's really fun. The other thing is I kind of did a feather with a little bit of a heart. It almost looks like a little acanthus leaf. I wonder if you can see it better on the back maybe. So in any event,
so your petals for your feather have a heart at the end.
Yeah, a little heart-like shape, at least a reference to a heart. So it makes it kind of fun. And it was a very fast quilt to quilt because I didn't end up well, I don't know if I did a little bit of wiggly quilting.
Like stabilizing.
Yeah, I guess I did do wiggly quilting on these center blocks. I'd forgotten that I'd done that along the stitching lines. But again, easy. I didn't pull out a ruler. I didn't stitch in the ditch. I just did little wiggly quilting along each one of those patchworks to kind of make it shine.
Right.
So anyway, hopefully
fun.
That's a fun technique that you could put in your box of tricks.
Perfect.
So
perfect.
Anyway, that is a little inspiration for some of our Valentine specials. So Handiquilter has an outstanding February special. It's called Stitch with Love, and the promotion, I'll pop a little look-see at the flyer here. We have more information about this special on our website, but holy cow, it's a match made in heaven here, because
makes sense.
What it's talking about is with the purchase of a long arm, you get a little stitch machine. Now, what is a stitch machine? It's this little love. And do you notice I am holding this up with one hand?
Would you like me to hold it while you talk?
And by the way, this is actually the previous model. This is a Stitch 210 upgraded model with a few more bells and whistles. But this little guy comes with a hard case, and you can see it's perfect for taking to quilt retreats and classes.
Your friend's house to sew. Oh yeah,
RV.
Absolutely.
Because it's,
right.
Some of us can't live even on vacation without a sewing machine. And I have tested this in a motorhome. It actually works quite nicely.
Cool. So if I buy a long arm, a Handiquilter long arm, I get that for free?
You do. And that's like an $800 bonus.
Wow.
Okay, but it gets better than that. If you get a long arm package that has a Pro Stitcher with it, it's a $2,000 value machine. So it's a Stitch 610 that comes along with the package.
Nice.
So, like I said, match made in heaven. So you can find the details for the qualifying promotions and the fine print and all of that on our website, or come in and visit us. And can I say, we had one of our Bluebird flock purchase this little Handiquilter ST. This machine is so undervalued right now. That is such a great option for so many people.
A lot of people don't realize that you can have a long arm size machine to quilt big quilts in a card table size space.
And this is the #1 selling Amara, but it's been repackaged in this small space with this lift table that moves up and down.
Right.
I think unbelievably
free
cool.
motion quilting, standing up where you can get your whole body involved in it, makes it so much better than when you're sitting and just doing it with your arms.
A great price point on that machine as well. So come visit us about that machine. We also have a variety of used machines that are available and a whole customizable options from Handiquilter. They are really good at creating options for us. But we also have another really cool...
Yes, I'm excited for you to tell them about this.
Okay, so we have a promotion that we are offering through the month of February that is called Fall in Love with Quilting at Bluebird. Okay, so does your hubby ever bring you flowers?
Yes, absolutely.
There was a pause there.
Well, you know, big anniversaries, birthdays sometimes. Right. Yes, he's a pretty great husband, and he does bring me flowers.
He is a great husband. Chuck, we love you.
But this Valentine's, it's been hands and knees installing our bathroom floor. That's been his
well,
gift
exactly.
To me.
You know what? Honeydews are at the top of the list.
Absolutely.
So, in any event, if your husband, purchases you a bouquet of, roses, that's like $79 or higher.
And bouquets, they only last for a week.
They only last for a week. So what we are doing is we are offering a $79 gift card that keeps on giving. Because here's the way this is going to work. We are going to offer the $79 gift card. So you could purchase anything that your heart desires in the shop with that $79 or put it towards a machine. That's okay too.
Okay. There you go.
So $79 gift card, and including the month of February, for the next 6 months, you get a bundle of 4 fat quarters. So a yard of fabrics that are seasonally related. So we're going to focus on Valentine's for February. So a bundle of fat quarters that are Valentine's related go with the gift card. And then each month, you have to come in that month, you get a coordinating set of 4 fat quarters.
So if I bring my punch card that came with my gift card in March and in April and in May, every one of those months I get 4 fat quarters?
Yep.
That's like 6 free yards of fabric.
On top of a great gift card.
Absolutely.
So, we love you.
I think we might get quilters that are buying their own present.
Yeah. You know what? We're all a little guilty of, and sometimes husbands might need a little encouragement. So if you need us to make a phone call to that loved one in your life, hello, we could do that for you. In any event, those are some of the things that are coming out from Bluebird. We hope you fall in love with quilting this month, and maybe crazy in love with quilting, and take advantage of the Stitch with Love promotion from Handiquilter and Bluebird, or the Fall in Love with Quilting promotion at Bluebird.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We look forward to seeing all of you.
Pop in.